Hi Taurus, welcome to your season. This is your collective Taurus reading for the month of May. As I was starting this reading, I could hear the train coming full force behind my house. So you are moving forward in a big way in May. I can feel that for you. We are in the new era of divine white love and light. You get to choose. We always get to choose, but this is a profound month of choosing you, choosing what you want, choosing who you want, choosing what you want to do, choosing how to think and respond and interact and love yourself. Okay. All right, we are going to do a collective tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. I did see the Emperor on the bottom of the deck as I was reshuffling the cards. I am going to take this man out, this masculine divine, empowered masculine divine energy, divine masculine, however you want to say it. This is truly you facing forward into a stoicism choice, a stoic choice of, I am reborn. This is my rebirth. Taurus, you can say that. This is my rebirth moment. Everything moving forward is new. Everything is different. I am sitting on my throne of marble. I am observing. I am trusting only the most trustworthy people. The Emperor is someone who seeks guidance, divine guidance and wisdom, not only from his internal realm, through a lot of inner reflection, healing, release work, all of the ceremonious things that you do to heal your life, Taurus. But this is also, the Emperor also has a small council of guides that he trusts to give him divine wisdom and advice. But he is, you are still the Emperor. You get to choose. You can take all the advice, you can take the suggestions, you can take the logistical explanations of what each scenario may entail for you, but you are the Emperor. You sit on the throne of your life. You get to make the decisions moving forward. In this card, there is a little raven blackbird at the window, and there's also a lion at your feet. Last year was the card, was the year of strength, which is the card in the tarot that depicts a lion with a woman. I feel like for you, all the way up until March 20th of this year, all of last year was this hugely intense strength building year where you were finding the strength to release some powerful things, the strength to face some powerful inner realms of darkness, to alchemize them into the light. That's the magician's energy, which we're not seeing here, but I just wanted to mention that. Yes, you have the lion, the strength lion is now sitting at your feet. This is your divine pet, shall we say. Like, okay, I have tamed the beast. I am in control and I have tamed the beast. Not talking about control in a way that is going to, well, I was going to say not to be rigid, but the Emperor is kind of a rigid energy. It's knowing that you can't trust everyone. You can't, and you shouldn't trust everyone. You are choosing your divine wisdom, and you are choosing that you do whatever it takes to tame the beast within, which is not being reactive, not reacting to triggers any longer, giving yourself compassion and grace. Is that what you were taught last year? Were you taught how to give yourself compassion and grace? You are in the Emperor's stance now, and you are forever holding the light of the Emperor's energy, which is divine masculine. So the Emperor is the embodiment of every king in the tarot. So there are 4 kings. There's the King of Swords, which is a king who understands his worth, so therefore he implements very strong boundaries. He speaks his truth. There's the King of Wands, which is I know my passion, which is very aligned with the new moon in Taurus that we have at the very tail end of April, but April 27th, so leading up into May. The King of Wands, understands his passion and acts on them, and that's through physicality, through, physical actions, through the spoken word, through communication, and through creativity. The third king is the King of Cups, which is emotional maturity, emotional maturity, doing the work on the inner realms, being able to fill up your own cup, doing whatever it takes to fill up your own cup in order to be available to offer your cup of love to other people. The King of Pentacles, grounded, secure, stable, feet on the ground, upright position, very goal-oriented and organized. The Emperor embodies all four of those kings. So this is a message of you being in your divine masculine power, which we all have the masculine and the feminine, but this is you taking control of your life in a really strong way, moving forward with stoicism, determination, devotion. That's, devotion is such a beautiful word for Taurus. It's devotion to your faith and what you believe in, resetting the platform of building a cathedral in your life. This is your moment. This is your month. I hope you can feel that. Oh, we just saw the Hermit. The cards are like wiggly. We just saw the Hermit. Okay, this is a deeply personal process of which you have withdrawn to succeed at. Oh. And then we have the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is one of the most intense cards in the Tarot. I'm going to get to this little section in a second. Well, actually, I think these all go together. The Hermit, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is all of those trigger wounds that show up in your, it's like when you think of your past relationships, when you think of loss and despair, and this could also be depression. It could be, it's all of those core wounds that get activated throughout your life. It's through abusive relationships. It could start with your parents, but this can, how do I say, this is deep heartbreak and loss and loneliness and feeling like you have been deeply hurt, wounded, discarded, abandoned. This could be losing someone you love. This can be losing a significant romantic relationship. This could be losing yourself. Losing yourself, feeling lost in life. This is the core of where you are coming from in the month of May as the Emperor. You have faced this. You will continue to face this. This never really, we carry these wounds in us throughout our life. It's just a matter of learning how to respond differently to them, not to carry the wounds of how we've been abused and hurt into our relationships. Then we become the abuser. We become the person who reacts and mistreats people. We abandon people. It's like, until you face this, which is very, very hard, until you face this deep core wound and find some kind of system or healing modality or just a lifelong process of facing this, until you do that, you will continue the cycle. You will do this to other people. You will create, you will do this to yourself, self-abandonment, abandonment of others. This is where you are rising up from as the Emperor. This is where you are rising up from. This has been such a deeply internal, independent, solo process. I mean, not to say you haven't had people helping you. You certainly have, because the Emperor, like I said, has that very that very small, close-knit group of people that he knows he can trust, you know, like seeking counsel from the wise, wise counsel from his most trusted confidants. You have done that. You are doing that. I feel like you probably have a really beautiful network of some support for yourself to deal with this pain and loss, to deal with this depression or feeling of abandonment, to which you have abandoned others and abandoned yourself. The most beautiful gift that you have given yourself is grace and compassion through the Page of Cups. He is responding to the Hermit. The page is such a simple and naive energy of like, okay, I don't really know what exactly to do or how to handle this, but I do know that I do not want to be in this pain and loneliness and depression anymore. I know that I don't. So I'm going to turn and face this independent soul searching journey that I have to go on, which is the Hermit, which means, you know, I have to be alone. I have to be alone to do this. Will I be alone forever? I don't know. I don't know, but there is a very large energy here of this is something you've had to face completely. I don't want to say completely alone, because again, you do have this group, this counsel that you seek guidance from, whether that is in the physical realm through people that you know, which I'm sure it is. It's also just the spiritual realms, seeking guidance, seeking the healing modalities. This is a very private, that's the Hermit energy. It's a very private, sacred journey of healing. The Hermit is guided by the lantern, which within it has the light of the star. The star is that inner light that comes from complete surrender. It's when all the towers have fallen, they keep falling. You're like, I've had enough. I need to access the inner light. I need to access that glimmer, that tiny little light of healing. And he's being guided. You're being guided by the light of the star. And it's such a small light, right? But it's still a light. It's still there. And that is the light of healing and transformation. I love this deck because the Hermit energy is also surrounded by wildlife. He's in nature. Nature is a huge part of this journey for you. That is the place for you to find rebalance. The energy of Mother Earth just feeling up your energetic field is a huge help. So get on that for the month of May. It feels like there's still some really deep work happening for you, like really deep. This is a very long series of pain. This is a lifelong series of pain. It's getting to the very core wound, that core wound of abandonment, to which you have mirrored it before the healing within yourself by self-abandoning or abandoning your relationships. All right. Yeah. Being alone in this process has been, and I think probably will continue to be a really important thing. Yeah, you have some decisions to make. We have the Two of Swords. This is choosing with intention, only with intention moving forward. And it's so funny because the Two of Swords is trying to come to a decision, but it is completely in the realm of like, this is your choice. These are your choices only, which is so funny. I talked about that with the Emperor. You know, this is embodying all the kings. It's embodying wisdom, love, passion, creativity, and feeling grounded. Sometimes, I'm just going to interject here, sometimes my washer comes on by itself. It's like a ghost washer. That's what's happening. So boo. Anyway, yeah, this is, you can take advice from others. And I think that that's a very important message. But this is about you going deeply internal, and you get the call on each choice that you make. I apologize for the washer, the ghost machine. What could be the metaphor here with that? The noise from the past, the noise from the ghosts from the past. Something monumental is going to happen for you in May. We have the World card. This is the closure and the new beginning. This is the end of a life cycle of what you have always known up until this point, to the beginning of a new portal. This is new for you. It's a huge month of completion. It's a huge month of completion and ushering in a whole new world. A whole new world, right? Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? The Queen of Wands. This could be a female in your life showing up for you to help you with this. Someone that's full of passion, creativity, magic. She has the giant magic wand. It could be you in your divine energy, staying in that emperor masculinity, but embodying this beautiful Queen of Wands. This is a lover of nature. This is a woman who, this is the queen of sexuality too, of course. I say of course because she has a little black pussycat at her feet. She's holding the giant wand. This could be someone that you're very passionate about, very sexually attracted to, or it just could be you in your feminine power. But there is a divine feminine showing up here. Devil. That is the card for Capricorn. So we'll just leave that there. But this is also like you, I'm going to pull another card for that. So there could be whenever the devil shows up, this woman that you're dealing with or that's showing up, it could be a Capricorn, but it's also the fact that she helps you face your inner demons, or it could also be that there's something toxic about this relationship. I'm gonna let you kind of figure that out. I feel like there is a choice being made here that is truly up to you to determine. But we do have the Page of Cups again. We have the Page of Cups over here in making an offer of being the hermit, to be in a place of healing for yourself. And now we have the Page of Cups making an offer to this feminine energy who could possibly be a Capricorn, or it could possibly be a toxic relationship. It's for you to decide. This washing machine, my goodness, cleaning the ghost washer, cleaning the ghost load. All right, let's get a shadow card. The shadow work is creating this new doorway. What are you going to choose in May? I feel like there's a huge choice of completion and new beginnings. It may have to do with a feminine, a divine feminine. She may be a Capricorn, or it may be you're closing out a toxic cycle. It could also be you in your creative power, closing out something. But I see an offer here, and the shadow work around this offer is creating a doorway. What are we creating the doorway for? Celebration, community, new beginning, Page of Pentacles. Oh, there's some anxiety here. Now, the anxiety has to do with this Three of Swords, because the anxiety is showing up as Nine of Swords, anxiety. That song, have you heard that song? It's with the old background music of somebody that I used to know, which is a beautiful, crazy, lovely song. And Doce is, I think it's Doce, has put some anxiety lyrics to it, which is fascinating. Maybe that's a sign for this little section. You might want to check that song out. But yeah, there's a lot of shadow energy over here of like you. I would say there's a doorway that wants to be created. It's very connected to celebration, community, you know, making an offer, but there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety. And the swords connect to this Three of Swords. It connects deeply back to that core wound. Whatever your core wound is that you're dealing with, it connects deeply back to it. What are you going to do? I'm going to pull a card for this Devil. I'm wondering, like, is this a Capricorn energy? Is this a toxic relationship? What is it? Girl. Girl. The Star comes out with the Devil. This is you overcoming these toxic ties that you've been dealing with. These toxic ties to all the triggers, all the core wound that you have. This, because the Star is coming out, it's this is a divine feminine energy that embodies this energy. The Train agrees. There's great healing in this. You get to choose. You get to choose. Dive into your passions. It's a whole new world. It is. It's a whole new world of divine love. You get to be the emperor now. You get to show up, embody all the kings. Have your boundaries high. Know what you want. Speak your truth. Extend a cup of love, but only if you have loved up yourself and filled up your cup. What else? Move forward towards your passions, which could involve great risk. You might want to check out my new moon in Taurus, which is your new moon. Questioning, like, you know, does every passion from my past need to be a devotion for my future? That is your choice. You know, we don't have the Lover's card here, which is that's the card of choice, but we have the Emperor, which is, you know, you can seek the help and advice from your most trusted companions in life, but the choice is ultimately up to you. And I think you have the power to make that choice from a place of knowing that you have put in a lot of work and you have tamed the beasts within. You have been responding to the beasts within, reacting because of this core childhood wound. There's been a lot of pain in your life. And I'm so proud of you for putting the work in to seek that inner, listen, you've been hiding away in sacred union with the divine white and golden light within of the star in your lantern. And look, the star is showing up as you have control over the toxicity, and you have I'm going to say you have either a divine feminine counterpart that is meeting you on the other side of that portal where you close this reactionary pain cycle off, or it's you stepping into your power of full divine feminine creativity of like creating your passion from a place of love. There's still going to be anxiety. There's still going to be anxiety to do this. But you want community, you want union, you want happiness and joy, you want a new doorway, and you got to do it slow, step by step. You got to feel safe. And there's this element here of like you're afraid and you don't really know, you don't feel like you know what you're doing. That's the Page of Pentacles. Any page is like, I don't really know how to do this, but I'm gonna do it. And you also have the Page of Cups twice, which this has to do with an offer of love, which extending an offer of love or someone offering you a love. But it's very I feel like you've been doing this in the context of embodying the Hermit energy for yourself of like, I don't really know, I don't always feel like I know what I'm doing by offering myself love, by offering myself grace and compassion. This is new for me. I feel like a child. I have to go back to the child. I have to access that inner child. And to do that is real, like it triggers the pain as well. So I'm so proud of you for doing that. This is not easy work. This is really hard work. but it's going to enable you to make an offer to a divine feminine that's going to show up in your life, that is showing up in your life, or like she's here in the cards, she's here and she's at the doorway of what is ending and what is beginning. And she has star energy and devil energy, which is overcoming the toxicity, but also being a light within the world, within a world of darkness. You got this. You're the emperor. Embody the power of the emperor. Embody all the positive aspects of all those kings. You are grounded. You are loved. Say it. I am grounded. I am loved. I speak my truth. And I create passion in my life by choosing what I know is the right choice for me. Okay. If you ever want a personal reading with me, please schedule that through my website, which is which is listed here in the information box below. I am sending you so much love, Taurus. You deserve all the love that you are seeking, because you are the love that you are seeking. So choose wisely. I know that you are, and I know that you will. And I know you will continue to do so, because you are facing things, deep things head on. And with that, we're gonna go with the energy of the train that is going that way. Love you. Happy Taurus season. Happy birthday. Love you so much. Bye.